Welcome to the 119th episode of Lalitha Sahasranaam. Lalitha Sahasranam provides various layers of hidden treasure that covers not only the namas, the energy forms of the namas, but also the history of time, the geographical significances, the events that unfolded in the history of time. In essence, Lalitha Sahasranam is an encyclopedia with packed wealth of information that can provide training to our faculties. Let us move on. Next nama is Ambika. This is one of the significant milestones in the history of mankind. Cows undergoing mutation, genetic transformation, and the origin of bulls on planet Earth. Expansion of cow community on planet Earth. Till now, it was only cows that were surviving without the presence of bull. Now the arrival of bull happened on planet Earth, or Vrishabha. Through the Nama Gop 3, cows were originated on planet Earth. Among these cows, some cows are transgenetically mutated, resulting in a sex change, and thus bulls have formed on planet Earth. This change happened over a long time, but not overnight. So till that time, how did cows giving milk, how were they able to survive, the community of cows? Cows are possessing, or they are representing Jupiter qualities, as was discussed in Gop 3. They are representation of the Jupiter magnetic field on planet Earth. These cows having Jupiter qualities, when exposed to moon rays and sun rays, they undergo thermal cycling and eventually yielding milk. Some evolved cows having mixed characteristics of Jupiter magnetic force, the Mercury effects, they underwent internal sex change. The bull also known as Vrishabha was having a physical form in Mars world. This physical form was known as Shambhu. The technique followed by Shambhu in Mars is known as Sambhavi Vidya. It is normal to see cows yelling or crying Amba. The Ba in Amba getting transformed through Bha in Vrishabha and eventually assuming the form Ambika. That means Amba is changing, it has changed to Ambika. This is the process of genetic transformation. This transformation did not happen overnight, as already pointed out, must have taken millions of years. The origin of bulls happened at the end of Dwapara Yuga on this planet. Now, how do we support this hypothesis? How do we prove this hypothesis? That is the next question, obviously. Even among humans, it can be seen some are born as male and they exhibit female characteristics. And there are some others, they are born as females and exhibit male characteristics. These are known as transgenders, and all these people who are subject or they are a subset of Ambika. What was the mercury trigger that acted as catalyst for genetic transformation of cow? In Mahabharata, there was a character called Shikhandi who was believed to be a transgender. Shikhandi was instrumental for perishing of Bhishma. Bhishma, with his unperturbed power of intent or sankalpabal, chose to remain as bachelor throughout his lifetime. So it was an extraordinary choice that Bhishma has made, and Shikhandi's soul chose to exhibit transgender qualities. Hence, the potency levels of Shikhandi and Bhishma were unadulterated. After the death, Bhishma's soul and Shikhandi's soul reached solar planet. This was already been covered in Bhanumandala Madhyastha and contributed towards restarting revolution of Mercury planet. So the souls of Bhishma and Shikhandi travelled along with the Mercury waves, passed through the inertia effects of Saturn and the potency of Venus, and got the illusion effects erased passing through Mars, finally reached Jupiter planet. The guru form in Jupiter, known as Maheshwara, preached the souls of Bhishma and Shikhandi. What was the counseling about? There is a need, not just need, but urgent need to expand the cow community on planet Earth. There is a need to prevent cows getting extinct on planet Earth. So there is a need to have a male form of cow or Vrishabha or bull. Hence Jupiter preached the souls of Bhishma and Shikhandi to assume the bull form. Amba was transformed to Ambika and further as Samba. The souls of Bhishma and Shikhandi received this preaching of Jupiter and travels to lunar planet and gets a condensed form and enters the planet Earth. The geographical field of planet Earth, further receives preachings of Shiva and Parvati, and finally enters planet Earth, enters the evolved cows, triggering the internal sex change. This is what happened. Subsequently, cow and bull mates and their family expanded. Expansion of the family has taken place. So this is how the cow community were saved from becoming extinct for millions of years. Now, Bhishma and Shikhandi did not have a luxury of family nor participating in sex during Dwapara Yuga. So it can be concluded that they were not saturated in the tastes of sense gratification or bhoga. They were given unconditional and absolute freedom as bulls to mate with the female partner and get saturated. This is one of the major findings based on Lalitha Sahasranaam, that the origin of bulls happened on planet Earth at the end of the Dwapara Yuga, after the completion of Mahabharata. Hence, from Kruta Yuga till Dwapara Yuga, cows were survived alone by self-reproduction techniques. Are there any further evidences to prove this hypothesis? Definitely yes. In Valmiki Ramayana and in Bharata, the cows were described, but physical form of Vrishabha or bull was not described. Vrishabha was used in special terminology by Valmiki, highlights the importance of origin of Vrishabha on planet Earth. For example, the very first sloka of Valmiki Ramayana, Tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidam varam Naradam paripapracha Valmiki Munipungavam. This was the occasion when Narada visiting Valmiki to preach him about Ramayana in a nutshell. In this sloka, Valmiki described himself as Munipungavam, that means as a male form of cows among the saints. So, right in the beginning of Ramayana, Valmiki highlighted the importance of Vrishabha or bull on planet Earth. Similarly, Rama was described by Valmiki as Vrishabha in several slokas throughout Ramayana. There are many battles that unfolded in Ramayana, Bharata and Bhagavata were linked to cows. Let us see some examples. The reason for animosity between Vishwamitra and Vasishtha, the great rivalry between Vishwamitra and Vasishtha, the reason for that is the cow named Kamadhenu. The reason for rivalry between Kartavirajana and Jamadagni was the cow named Nandini. Gautama saint, who belonged to the Saptarshi community, volunteering to perform rigorous penance or tapasya, was because he was inflicted or accused of killing a cow. The root cause of Ahalya wedding Gautama was also a cow. In Ramayana Balakanda, Ambarisha, the king, donates 100,000 cows, that is 1 lakh cows, to Ruchika, who was descendant of Bhrigu community, and in turn brought his second, and he sells his second son named Sunasepu to Ambarisha. That means Ruchika takes 1 lakh cows from Ambarisha. In turn, Ruchika's second son was sold to Ambarisha. Parasurama, who belonged to this same family of Ruchika, was believed to have taken care of 1 lakh cows in Goa, or provided nourishment to this 1 lakh cows in Goa region, in Western Ghats. The region in Western Ghats, that region is, since he was looking after the cows, that region is become Goa. In Mahabharata, Virata Parva, there was a battle that took place known as Uttara Gograhana. The reason for this battle is to steal the cows from King Virata. Balakrishna took special interest from his childhood to look after the cows. There are so many examples to cover the importance of the cows in our scriptures. So cow was given special attention in all our scripture. The reason is, before the cows become extinct, there is a need for origin of male cow or bull on this planet. The neutral elements of saints, sages, or the incarnations of the super soul contributed immensely to save and protect the cows until the arrival of bulls. Not only that they have identified the right souls that can assume the body of the bull. So these souls, the neutral elements and the super souls, they have contributed immensely, not only to save the cows, but also they have contributed towards identifying the right souls that can take the physical form of the male cow or bull. Those who are not able to bear children or those who are having impotency, they can feed bulls, and you can see the result yourself. There was a practice in our culture on Bhishma Ekadasi, people feeding bulls. However, the Bhishma Ekadasi, that itself is a little bit controversy. So any day is a good day to feed bulls, especially during the full moon and new moon. Through this Nama, Ambika Mahalavanya Sevadihi re-enters planet Earth. Rest of the Namas we'll discuss in the next episode. Thank you.